Hey, what's up, guys? So, today I want to talk about this idea or concept that life is really a ceremony, that each and every moment is sacred. So, to me, it's more than an idea and a concept. It's truly the way it is. But typically, all of us, we tend to wait until special occasions to really appreciate this idea or to treat life and treat each moment like it's sacred. We wait until someone's birthday to celebrate life. We wait until a wedding to celebrate the sacred union of two people. We wait until death to really realize what we really have and appreciate the life that we have. So this concept and this idea really became a forefront of something that I focused on and always go back to in my life. It was really brought to my attention in this way when I traveled to Peru and had some experiences in these ayahuasca ceremonies that I've talked about before. There's just so many lessons and so much value that I took from these experiences. So I talk about them over and over again in many different ways to show the value and the teachings that I got, not only from the ayahuasca experiences, but from the culture in that area, in their culture and their traditions. And part of their traditions is they hold these ceremonies in the highest regard, and they treat them with such intention and with such a huge amount of sacredness that it really started opening up my eyes to the way that I was treating my life and the things I was doing in my life. So, for example, before you even get to join into these ceremonies, they want you to go through this process where what they call is a dieta, or it's just a diet. And it's a strict diet of, no sugar, no oils, limited amount of, if you eat meat, no red meats, and just a really strict, clean diet. And that's part of the process. And there's more to the process. You have to abstain from sex for at least 2 weeks prior to it. And there's reasons for that too. And basically, you just want to come into this process with as clean as a body as possible and as clear of a mind as possible. So what came up a lot, not only during these experiences, but what it was actually talked about a lot around the experience, is that even though we treat these ceremonies as something that was super sacred, the real ceremony is life itself. So we thought we were going into these processes, these really sacred processes during these ceremonies, and that was where the work was really based around. This is where the work that we were going to do. This is where we were going to get, the teachings and the lessons, and the healing was going to come from, whatever that meant to the individual. But what they're trying to tell us is it doesn't just stop here. You come to these ceremonies with this intention and with this purity of an intention, these pure intentions. And you're treating your body really well, and you're treating your mind really well. Well, that's great. But this is just a process to carry over into the rest of your life. Because life is just is really the sacred process where you get all of those things from, all of those lessons, all of the teachings, all of the healing. That's the journey. And we forget that a lot of the times. We wait until a birthday to celebrate life. Like I was saying, we wait until marriage to celebrate sacred union. We wait until a vacation to let ourselves go free and let ourselves to fully enjoy the moment. And even sometimes we don't even do that. We wait until a holiday to come together and celebrate love and family. But what about all the moments in between? So, this concept of life as a ceremony, I use it all the time to look at my actions, look at the things I'm thinking about, looking at the way that I'm really just being in the world. And I ask myself, I come back to the question, especially when I'm really questioning my actions, or questioning whether or not I really want to do something or not to do something. And I ask myself, am I treating my experience like a sacred ceremony? Is this something that I would do in a process that I held to be sacred, or held with so much regard and such high regard and such value? Is this really a decision that's aligned with that? And sometimes it is, and that's awesome. And sometimes it's not. And that's when it really helps me. That's when I'm like, whoa, this isn't really what I want to be doing. This isn't really treating my self-respect, my time with respect, or these opportunities that I have with respect and the sacredness of them. So I want to leave you guys with that question. How would your life change if you were to live as if each and every moment was part of a sacred ceremony? Because there's things that we do and don't do. We make different choices when we're in a ceremony, whether it's a wedding. We make different choices because there's such respect for that love and the sacred union of those people coming together, that we want to show that respect. We make different choices when we go to a funeral, when someone just lost their life and people are grieving. And we know that that's a sacred process of someone transitioning. So we make those different choices because of the way we view those moments. Now, I'm not saying that life has to be so rigid where it stops us because we look at everything as sacred. It stops us from, we think that we have to have more rules. No, it's not about that. It's not about that at all. It's just treating yourself and your time and the time of others and this process and this journey of life with respect for what it really is and for what you're really looking to get out of it. So how would your life change if you viewed each and every moment as a part of a sacred journey? Would the decisions that you're making change? And how would you show up differently in life when you view it as part of this sacred ceremony? All right, guys, I'm going to leave you with that. Feel free to leave any comments on this topic in the comments section. Let me know, how would your life change? What would be different? What would you do different? Maybe you live your life from some of these values already, from this perspective. What if you integrated this into more of your moments, more of your day? How would your life change? All right, have a great day. I'll see you guys next time.